So this video is going to be a quick look at the CedarCraft elevated planter. This is a planter that I bought about a year ago. So this is my year in look at a set of the 3 planters I have. And basically these have been outside for a year. I've been using them throughout the full of all of last season. And now I'm getting ready for another season. You can see that they are still in very good shape. Definitely there's been some changes to them. Primarily, I would say, like, main notes, the color has faded. It's gone to from like the reddish brown of a typical cedar to a gray, which is again typical of an untreated cedar. Really happy with that. It's really nice. Kind of matches the deck here. The aluminum legs are holding up really nicely. No scratches. Obviously, no rust or anything like that. I've seen a lot of wear of this plastic here. It's starting to feel a little bit brittle and starting to get gray, but no real problems there. And then I would say the big note I have is this liner I put in. This wasn't from the factory. It wasn't even recommended by the factory, but I gave it a shot so that I wouldn't have any dirt or any water leakage coming through here. That's worked out really well. You can see it's really clear here, which is a little bit above the dirt line, and also just as clean here, which is below the dirt line. So that's really nice. Basically, so nothing is coming through here, even though there is the water here and dirt and stuff, and no drips or anything. So this looks very presentable even a year in. We are seeing some dripping down below, but not enough to damage the deck. You can see I have not used the casters. I don't think they're necessary. Plus I live in a windy area, so I wouldn't want this thing accidentally rolling around. Looking on the inside, this one's a little bit low on dirt. I wanted to try this one lower. The other ones I have raised up more, so look at it in a second. Pretty happy with this. It's early March now, so we have garlic coming up and not much else. Some asparagus that died, put it out a little too early, just trying to experiment. Got some stuff starting soon, so that's pretty good. As far as the box itself goes, you see kind of like the liners look a little gross. I'll refill this with dirt maybe mid-season to get that going. Have some stuff from last season that I didn't pull out yet. That's just me being a little bit lazy and not wanting to disrupt any of this garlic. But on the whole, it's holding up really nicely. I'm really happy with it. It's still really presentable. Looks nice on the deck. And 1 year in Northeast U.S. climate, no real problems with this. So definitely happy. No cracks, no damage. I've been using some accessories here. These were holding down some, some helping support some tomatoes and stuff like that. And my main feedback at this point would be that the planter is just a little bit small. If you're doing any amount of planting for a family, it's just not a lot of space. This is what 10 cloves of garlic, and it took up a quarter of one of the boxes, and the boxes are close to $200 each. So it is a bit of a difficult trade-off there. I would say this little thing right here, that fill valve, that does not really work very well if you keep these outside and uncovered. These just start to clog up with stuff, and they just don't really work that well. This thing has a little bit of water in the bottom, but I couldn't tell you how much because these things, it's just kind of a flimsy design, so you just got to fill it up and then hope it works. So one piece of feedback I do have is I ended up purchasing 3 planters, and I bought 1 and 2, so 2 of the greenhouse covers. These didn't come with it initially. They were about $40 or $50 upgrade, and you get the nice planter and obviously the metal frame or whatever they call it on the inside. And this has been a really nice upgrade. I would have liked to have gotten these initially. So here we have positioning close to the house and the greenhouse cover. And the greenhouse cover, you can see it's not sealed here, but it's good enough, and it keeps it nice and warm in here. And it's really getting me, it's allowed me to do some growing. Trying to poke under here. You can see some stuff is growing, even though it's been a pretty cold March. Starting to get some escarole and some spinach and some kale coming. That's left over from last season, which is really nice. So the greenhouse cover is a nice upgrade. It's held up really well. This has been outside all winter long. So no problems with this thing. And again, for 50 bucks, it's not cheap, but it's really letting you extend that growing season. These things are about, maybe it's about 45 out now, maybe 50, and it's over 70 in these greenhouses, and they help hold moisture a lot better. So you can see these things are in good condition despite them being outside all winter. That's 3+ months in Northeast cold, and it's been a pretty cold, pretty windy winter. They're not sealed, but they are stable. They have not come off once. They do have some little retention clips somewhere. You can see it right there. Got some retention clips so they hold on, but I've never, despite being in a very windy area, never had these come off or even be out of position after checking them after a windstorm or something like that. So I can definitely recommend these covers. Basically, on the whole, 1 year in, I'm really happy with the CedarCraft boxes. They've held up nicely. They still look great, and the results are very good. You're having some kind of leaking from around here, which is getting on the deck, but nothing that bad. No cracks, no aesthetic problems, and they've been very stable, and they had really good results last year. Again, my biggest issue with them is that you just don't have a lot of space. So I'd like to grow more, but they're limited, so you have to buy more boxes because they don't have a larger size that I know of, at least in an elevated planter. Next thing you have to go is to a raised bed. So yeah, pretty good year. I'm pretty happy with them. I may actually buy some more. Thanks for watching.